Hello traders, this is McBillion. Today is November 12, 2015. Let's talk about the market. Let's start with the spider. The spider, as you can see here, it fell at Fibonacci level 212. I thought that it was going to move sideways because it moved sideways for 8 months from the beginning of the year. You can see all this price action moving sideways. But look at this. It break down and it follows the breakdown below the 20 moving average. Now, the next support that I see on the spider is this support right here, the Fibonacci 203. It was resistant back in September. It was resisting even in October until it break out right here. So it's gonna show a lot of support right there for the bears. Right here, if you see, we had a fresh crossovers, meaning now we are bearish. Before we were in a bullish market, trending up at resistance, but it was bullish. Now is we had a fresh crossover on DMI and ADX is at 22. So it is a very strong bear. I think we're gonna test the 203, and if the bears are strong enough, we're gonna break down again and probably test this 50 simple moving average or 197. I think right here I'm just gonna wait because this support right here makes me think that it's probably gonna move sideways right here until it breaks down, probably for the next year. Now Thanksgiving is coming. Usually Thanksgiving um, offers a lot of bullishness, and also people are start talking about end of the year rally, or like so many people call it the Santa rally. So it's very difficult to get short right here. I just wanted to wait, keep cash, but this thing doesn't look bullish. Uh, just wait. Now let's talk about another one. Let's talk about Apple. Apple's is one of the other was the show very weak. It failed at the Fibonacci 122. It was the same 50 simple moving average. He gapped down. He break down also below the 20 simple moving average. There is support at 115. This is only support that I see. If you break down that support, it's gonna go to 110. Now let's talk about another one. Let's talk about Baba. Babas, you can see here, exactly break down like Apple. You fail at the $80. I say when we were low right here, if you fail the 84, get out. And that's what we did. We took a very small loss, but it was better than to wait here because it's gonna go down. It's testing this 20 simple moving average. It's still bullish in the DMI, but the whole market doesn't look bullish. So I think the whole market is gonna take Baba again to the 50 or to $68. So be careful here being low on Baba. If you wanna own Baba, own the stock, don't own options right here because the market can take this one down easily. Now let's talk about Facebook. Facebook is the lead. It's the only one that you can see here that is holding this breakout. This is a breakout, this channel, which is a very strong breakout. There's you don't see those breakouts right here when a stock price break out the top of a really up channel like this one, a very strong channel. I really thought that it was gonna just go down from here, but the numbers on the earnings report were good, and it's holding. You see, it went down and it bounced from the breakout zone. Beautiful. You see break, test and bounce. So it's holding right here. Now, if you see this one break down right here, this thing is gonna go to 98 easily. I think this one is gonna finish about 120 end of the year. So I don't want to short this one. This is one of the strongest stock right here. I own the stock. I don't own anything right now auctions. I just have a couple put auctions from the earnings for the earnings reports that we play. DMI is bullish and it's just holding. Now let's talk about another one. Gold. You see the support right here in GG, but it's very weak. Its DMI is bearish, so I think it's gonna break down right here and go to $9. I don't know. It's just some support, 1 2 3 4 candles right here and some support right here, and it's trying to get in about 12.31, which will be a signal to go long to see if we can test 14 or $15 again. But still, you will think that if the market is weak, gold should be up, but It's not this case. People don't want to own the gold, so let's just watch right here. I don't want to enter again, then this one and fail. The iShares Russell also show a lot of weakness. Look at this. It break down and it's holding the 50 and the Fibonacci 114.62. You can see here this support right here. And one thing that calls my attention is that ADX is very low. Very, very low ADX. You can see here ADX is at 13, meaning that I'm not expecting here to break down and go to 107. I'm expecting or it's a high probability that it's gonna just move sideways right here between 114 and 117. This is a fresh crossover, so now the bears are in total control, but it's a very weak bear. ADX is very low, so I'm just watching that one too. Netflix, the same chart, is just holding right here about the Fibonacci 106 and 112 is a huge battle right here in 112. You can see this W pattern right here. So if you want to go long in Netflix and end of the year, just buy about 116. So write down the number 116. If it goes about 116, go long because it's the top of this W pattern. 116. If it break out right here, I'm sure it's gonna continue and it's gonna go to 130. But for now, let's just watch to see if we get that breakout. Now let's talk about another one. Let's talk about Panera. Panera, we have puts from the earnings because we got monthly puts, so we still have 9 days. I think it's gonna close this gap right here at Fibonacci 167. Well, if it goes right there, our puts it's gonna cost a lot, at least $5. So let's keep those puts. There's a little divergence on the DMI, so we might get a test to 174 and then go down again to 167. It's bearish. Now let's talk about another one. Let's talk about Tesla. Tesla is one of those charts, one of those stocks that you got to be really careful. You can make a lot of money one day and you can lose a lot of money the other day. Why? Because when it goes up really fast, but when it goes down, you have to respect your stop loss and get out. I was expecting here a gap because a gap on earnings report, and I was expecting a gap and go at least to 250. It didn't happen. It showed weakness, and I say get out. And look what happens. Boom! It went down in just 3 days. I didn't want it to get short because it was also risky to go short on this one after a good earnings report. And you know what? Let's just stay away from Tesla because it's just very unpredictable. And if you like it, just own the stock. Now let's talk about the last one. Let's talk about Twitter. Twitter, as you can see here, is another one that fails right here at 130. And we were holding, but I didn't want to hold for much long. I wanted to enter December puts. But now it's too close to support, which is $23. I want to go short right here. If you want to go long, this is the money line right here. If you break out this resistance right here, then you can go short. For now, just watching to see if it's going to hold the $23. So I'm very neutral right now. I don't want to go short or long right here. It has been a very flat year, very difficult to trade, especially for us because we do swing trades a lot. You see the breakouts doesn't last more than 2 or 3%. The breakdowns the same. You know, it goes down one day, the other day it goes up, then 2 days down, then goes up. So it's like a very sideways year. It has been really bad, but we hold, we make profits for the whole year. I'm up at least 30% for the whole year, and the earnings we didn't good really good, but we didn't do really bad either. It was just flat. We didn't get a big winner. You know, with the earnings report, we usually look for the big winner, but you see all the blue chips that we trade only move about between 7 to 13 or 15%. We didn't get a big move on anyone that we trade. We trade almost 30 stocks, blue chips, and none of them move more than 13 or 15%. So it was very weak earnings report season, and we couldn't catch one of those big movements that usually take you to the profit line. I'm still waiting for the final number so I can show you how much percentage we made, because I'm still have 3 open positions that one of them probably pay us a little bit or just break even. So let's just wait for next Friday and I will show you the numbers. If you didn't play all of them, I'm sure you're gonna be down because we got more losers than winners, but we got a lot of winners also that pay at least 300, 200% that keep us flat. So this is everything for today. If you have any questions, please ask me questions. I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you how to trade better and how to be a better trader. This is everything for today. Trade on.